Tonight, the Rays swing back into action, led by Ben Zobrist. Tops in the major leagues with 42 two-base hits. The Rays have dropped 2 after winning 5 in a row, and that sets the stage for Game 3 of this 4-game series as the Rays meet the Detroit Tigers. Hi again, everyone, and welcome to an evening of Rays baseball with Brian Anderson. I'm Dwayne Stats. Great to have you with us. Todd Callis will be joining us in just a few moments. Well, this Tiger Ball Club's turned out to be very tough for the Rays. They have not beaten them this year. And you think of Justin Verlander from the mound, and you think of middle of their lineup, Cabrera. Well, Alex Avila behind the plate and at the plate is a major force now on this Tiger Ball Club.
Yeah, Alex Avila in the month of August tearing the cover off the baseball, and he's hurt the Rays this year in both of the series. 429 average, the 5 home runs, 15 RBIs in the month of August. He's 7 out of 17. He's hitting .412 against the Rays. He's having a good series here, 3 out of 7, a home run, 3 RBIs, and we've seen him with that good opposite field power. I think that Wade Davis ought to take a page out of Justin Verlander, David Price. Maybe this guy, when you see a guy like that driving the ball with authority the other way, he's comfortable in the box. Maybe it's time for a couple of pitches up in here, make him a little uncomfortable.
Well, Wade Davis is on the mound tonight for the Rays, coming off that matchup against King Felix in Seattle his last time out. No decision, but he threw the ball extremely well.
Yes, he did. Wade Davis in that last start went 7 innings. He gave up 2 runs, just 1 earned, kept the Rays in that ball game, a game that they would come back and win late. You know, Wade Davis has been going harder in the pen to get himself more ready for the ball game, and it's shown. He has come out much more aggressive. We've seen the fastball velocity, the good fastball velocity early in the ball game, and you go over his last 4 starts. Even though he's not been the beneficiary of picking up the win himself, the team has won the last 4 times he's taken the mound.
And our Coventry Healthcare pitching matchup, Wade after his 9th win, in with a record of 8-7, opposed by Max Scherzer, a 13-game winner. He was a 12-game winner last year. 13-7 coming into this start tonight. Good velocity and a good changeup out of Max Scherzer. When we come back, Todd Callis, he will zero in on what has been a very stable starting rotation for the Rays. They give the Rays a chance to win every night, it seems. Moving forward by AT&T, Coventry Healthcare of Florida, lighting the way to better health. And by AutoWay. AutoWay is part of AutoNation, the largest automotive retailer in the country, so we can do big things. Moments away from the first pitch here. Rays and the Tigers square off for the 3rd time in a 4-game series. Right now, let's go to the field. Here's Todd Callis.
Dwayne, thanks. You knew the strength of the Tampa Bay Rays in 2011 was going to be the pitching and the defense, and that has certainly held up. We showed you some defense earlier in the Rays Live pregame show. How about the starting pitching in the last 10 games? Look at this. Starters ERA, the last 10 games below 3 at 2.88. And they have thrown 85.2% of the innings over the last 10 games, meaning you have a well-rested bullpen. Here's the incongruous number. They're just 4-4 in their last 10 games, despite all those innings, despite the ERA below 3. It has not been the starters' fault to be 4-4, obviously, with those kind of numbers. But like last night, the Rays, not a lot of offensive support for David Price. As we get ready for baseball on this Wednesday night, you know it's a website Wednesday, which means you can ask the announcers a question. Log on to foxsportsflorida.com, click on Game Connect, and now BA's into the process. Go to Ask the Broadcast, and Dwayne and Brian will have the answers for you, or at least make something up. We are ready for baseball. 3 minutes and 20 seconds away from the first pitch. It's the Rays and the Tigers. Coming up next, enjoy all the action right here on Sun Sports.
From Tropicana Field, Wade Davis on the hill for the Rays, taking on the Detroit Tigers. Detroit building a 6-game lead in the AL Central. The Rays are chasing both the Yankees and the Red Sox. They're in a virtual tie for first. The Rays 8.5 back. And here is the Detroit starting lineup. Austin Jackson, followed by Brennan Bosch and Delman Young. Miguel Cabrera, the cleanup hitter. The DH is Victor Martinez. Then the catcher, Alex Avila. Johnny Peralta, Wilson Benameet, and Ramon Santiago rounding out Jimmy Leland's lineup.
Taking the mound tonight for the Tampa Bay Rays, right-hander Wade Davis. It will be his 23rd start on the season. Coming off a strong outing against Seattle Mariners, going up against Felix Hernandez. He went 7 innings, gives up 2 runs, just 1 were earned. The Rays would come back and win that game, and we've seen Wade Davis start to get a little bit more aggressive towards the end of his bullpen in starting games, coming out. Better velocity, ready to go. Let's take a look at that Rays defense as it lines up behind him. Left to right in the outfield, Sam Full, Desmond Jennings, and Matt Joyce. Across the infield, third to first, Evan Longoria, Reed Brignac, Ben Zobrist, and Casey Kochman. John Jaso will be behind the plate.
Austin Jackson, the fine center fielder, ready to lead it off here for the Detroit Tigers. The Rays looking for their first win of the year over Detroit. First pitch of this game, and it's taken for a ball. Fastball around 90. A ball, no strikes. There's the strike. Outer part of the plate, 1-1.
I'll tell you the other thing that we've seen from Wade Davis is this right here. He is getting it and throwing it. Not a lot of wasted time.
Action on that pitch right there, and it's 1-2. A swing and a miss.
It did. It looked like a hard cutter.
And strike three call. He takes care of Jackson. 4 pitches, and he picks up a called third strike.
Well, how about this? I mean, that was a quick 4-pitch strikeout. This ball borne right down the inside corner. 4-seamer stays true. And it's close enough that you've got to protect.
Here's the right fielder, Brennan Bosch. Pitch outside. Ball, no strikes. Bosch at 285, dividing time at the outfield now with Maglio Ordonez. Bosch has had success against lefties, but he's seeing strictly right-handers now. He's in a way one of those reverse splits that Joe Madden talks about. He's that as a hitter. 1-2.
And this is exactly what we've seen out of Wade Davis, coming right out firing, working quickly, a lot of hard stuff.
And a swing and a miss. He comes back with a breaking ball. Back-to-back strikeouts, curveball against Bosch.
You work quickly, you work ahead, you put the hitter on the defensive, and then you force him to swing at your pitch. Good curveball there. He's got to protect. By the time he realizes curveball too late, strikeout number 2.
2 up, 2 down, and here's Delman Young. Pitch is foul, out of play. Delman hitting .271 overall, and in a handful of games since coming over from Minnesota, .314 in a Tiger uniform. It's a 1-1 count. High popper, right center. Zobrist starts out. Joyce is there from right, and Matt makes the catch. 1, 2, 3. Go the Tigers. Bottom half of inning 1 coming. No score. Rays coming in to hit. lineup tonight has Desmond Jennings leading off, followed by Johnny Damon, the DH, and Evan Longoria. Zobrist, Joyce, and Kochman 4, 5, and 6. Sam Fold hits 7th in front of Jaso. Brignac, the shortstop, bats 9th.
Now taking them out for the Detroit Tigers. There he is. Right-hander Max Scherzer, the fireballer, 13-7, ERA 4.23. He's got a pretty simple repertoire: fastball, changeup, and slider. And he can bring it.
Well, here's Desmond Jennings stepping in to see what he has. That pitch is inside. First appearance for Scherzer against the Rays this year. 13-7 overall. He was 12-11 a year ago. And the pitch fouled right back over the screen. 1-1. Scherzer, 27 years old. It's a 2-1 count. Finds the strike zone with that pitch. Fastball, and it's now 2-2. Breaking pitch popped into shallow right. Bosch coming in, and he's there to make the catch.
Well, let's take a look at the Tigers defense as it lines up behind Scherzer tonight. Left to right in the outfield, Delman Young, Austin Jackson, and Brendan Bosch. Across the infield, third to first, Wilson Betemit, Johnny Peralta, Ramon Santiago, and Miguel Cabrera. Alex Avila once again will be behind the plate.
Well, here's Johnny Damon. Starts the night hitting .268 for the year. And the pitch is down. 1 ball, no strikes. Scherzer ready to go with the next one. And he finds the corner. It's 1-1. Our Toyota inside look. Johnny Damon doubled in the 9th inning last night. Now put together a 7-game hitting streak. 375 for the life of that streak. And it was only about 10 days ago when he was in the middle of quite a slump and really struggling, taking some awkward swings up there. He lines this one into right. That ball's going to head to the wall. Extra bases for Johnny Damon. He digs for 2, hustling his way in with a stand-up double. Well, Damon's taking some very good swings now for the life of this hitting streak.
Yeah, obviously seeing the ball much better now. Here's your checkers double of the game. Johnny Damon gets a fastball, mislocation, right on it, and he just rifles that ball down into the corner, puts himself out in scoring position here the first inning.
Give the Rays an opportunity to break out in front with Evan Longoria coming to the plate. There he is on the all-time doubles list now, surpassing Mark Grace. The fastball is too tight to Evan Longoria. 1 ball, no strikes. Scherzer 94 or so for that fastball. And a strike on the inside part of the plate. That pitch hit around 84, 85. And his slider is about 84, 85, and the changeup, same neighborhood.
And he likes the fastball changeup combo to the lefties, the fastball slider combo to the righties.
Fouls the fastball in, back down to the right side.
And you know, Scherzer, he comes out and he almost pitches like a guy that comes out of the pen because of that fact that he's got basically 2 speeds. You know, low to mid 90s, low to mid 80s with the breaking balls. As a starter, most of the time, you want to have at least 3 pitches, and you want to have at least 3 different speeds. Scherzer, one of those guys that works at 2 speeds with 3 pitches. You get all that?
Got it. 1-2 now. And a foul ball back. 3 pitches, 2 speeds.
You got it.
There you go. The condensed version.
Right.
Well, the Rays with an opportunity, and LaGoria has been coming through lately. 73 runs batted in for the year. And a cut and a miss. Fastball got him. 2 gone.
Now that was just power on power, and Scherzer reached back, got 95. This one's going to catch a lot of plate and just powers it right by Evan.
So with 2 gone, Damon still at second. That brings up Ben Zobrist. Ben, 2 out of 8 lifetime against Scherzer. One of those hits a home run. He takes a pitch away. 1 ball, no strikes. Takes the pitch low. 2-0. Zobrist had that battle with Phil Koch in the bottom of the 9th last night. That extended at bat before he finally grounded out. There's a strike, and it's 2-1. The count to 3 balls and a strike. Tigers out 1-2-3 in the top of the first. Rays got the 1-out double from Damon. He's at second with 2 gone. And a strike. Poured in there, a fastball, mid-90s.
Good fastball hitter like Ben Zobrist. That's exactly what he wants, but Scherzer put that in a perfect location.
Full count now. He came back with an off-speed pitch, changed up on him. Take a look at the location of all these pitches.
Keep the ball down. They saw him take that Viking hack last night late in the game off Koch. Said you better keep that ball down. He'll tomahawk you.
Well, so far that's exactly what Scherzer has done, and with about half of those pitches down and away. So another 3-2 pitch. And it's hit on the ground to second. Santiago takes care of that. Fastball and the ground ball. The Rays leave a man onto the second. No score. Rays and the Tigers. No score. Wade Davis against Max Scherzer. Miguel Cabrera leads it off. Pitch is inside. It was a crisp top of the first. Davis got right down to business. Two and 0. Victor Martinez next, and then the catcher Avila. It's low. 3-0. Cabrera had a base hit and scored a run last night. It came in the 2-run 7th. It turned out to be enough for the Tigers. They beat the Rays 2-1. 3-1 to count now. And that's inside, ball 4. Cabrera draws the walk. He's on in front of Victor Martinez.
When you get into those bad counts, 3-0, 3-1, you do not want to give in and just lay one out over the plate because Cabrera will hurt you. But the one thing you've noticed about Alfonso Marquez tonight for both pitchers is he's calling that fastball in. And I mean some borderline pitches. Wade Davis ought to take note of that. Gives you that option of working both sides, knowing with confidence that that umpire is going to call it.
There's Victor Martinez. There's a strike. Yeah, he'll give you that pitch in. He's not quite as generous with the pitch away. But he'll call that strike in.
And so many won't. He's been pretty consistent. So that's a pitcher you like that because you've got to be able to pitch in. And if you can get the bonus of getting some strikes in there, nice.
And there's a strike off the curveball. 0-2. Martinez, well documented how good he has been in this ballpark and against the Rays overall. 1 out of 5 lifetime against Wade Davis. It's a ground ball to short. Redyak steps on the bag, throws to first for an easy double play. So they get 2 out of Victor Martinez that time.
Good sequence there by Wade Davis, and he forces him down 0-2 in the count to swing at a pitch and reach for one that's away, and this becomes one of the easiest ground ball double plays you'll ever see.
Well, that was just a perfect pitch for that.
Well, and that's the benefit that you'll see once you pitch ahead in the count. 0-2. This guy's calling strikes. The hitter's got to be ready to swing the bat. Victor Martinez, I got to protect. And he swings at a pitch that's actually off the plate.
That's a real key for Wade Davis. He's been hurt most, and it makes sense. Down 2-0 and 2-1 in the count. There's a strike. First pitch fastball to Avila.
And the reason for that, Dwayne, is not only are those bad counts, but when he gets behind in the count, he is very fastball heavy, approaching 90% when he's behind in the count.
The 0-1. And it's popped up back of third. Longoria into foul territory, and it's a ground ball. The pop foul off the bat of Avila retires Detroit. 2 1/2 innings, no score.
In tonight's game and all season long, Tires Plus will donate $100 to the Pediatric Cancer Foundation for every Tampa Bay Rays home run televised on Sun Sports and Fox Sports Florida.
Matt Joyce will lead it off here for the Rays against the Detroit Tigers, his former teammates. The first pitch, Scherzer throws him a called strike. Joyce hitting .500 against Detroit this year. And a ground ball headed to second. Santiago comes up with it. So Joyce is out number one in the second.
Now tonight's game is available in Espanol via SAP. Brought to you by Coventry Healthcare of Florida.
Casey Kochman. Casey continues to run third in the league in hitting at .326. Also in the top 10 in on-base percentage. He takes a good look at that pitch. Ball one.
That's what you're talking about with Marquez, because that looked like a pretty good fastball away. Does not get the call.
It's a foul ball back. You know, it almost seems the trend has been for a long time that outside corner used to grow and grow and grow, and it became such a topic of conversation. It's almost as if the umpires on that pitch away have tended to go the other way. They're not looking for a strike out there. In fact, they're a little reluctant to call that sometimes as a strike. 1-2 now. The count is 1 ball, 2 strikes with that off-speed pitch in there.
But you can remember, I mean, back in, goodness, mid-90s, early 2000, I mean, that fastball, you show that you could hit it consistently away, and you're right, it would grow and grow and grow, and you'd see pitches called out there that you couldn't even get a bat on.
So it is down 2-2, and so there was a cry about, all right, let's call the strike zone as it's supposed to be called. That corner started to shrink a little bit. And it's fouled back, and the storyline on all of that was that where the umpires set up in the slot, they always have a great look at that inside corner. And then to call that pitch away, they're looking across the plate, same way a hitter tries to go out there and hit that pitch. They don't get exactly the same view of that outside corner as they do the inside corner. Full count now, so some umpires would just let it grow, and I think in the aftermath of that, there's not obviously not that wide strike zone that we used to see.
And what's strange about that, where they set up, is the simple fact that the majority of pitches are going to be away. Mm-hmm. I mean, guys pitch in, you know, for effect, and some guys pitch in to try to get outs and strikes. But the majority, across the board, percentage-wise, majority of pitches are going to be away. You'd think you'd want to have that angle.
Ground ball over the mound, headed toward the middle, and Peralta shading that way. It's short. Makes the pickup and throw. 2 up, 2 down.
Well, how many times have we seen Casey Kochman get robbed on a ball that you thought for sure off the bat, especially from the TV view, was going to be up the middle? But much like the Rays employ the shift, a lot of teams shade him up the middle, and he gets robbed.
So the bases are empty. Jimmy Leland, the skipper of the Detroit Tigers. And Fold takes a pitch away. They have Benavides in a little bit at third base. Backs up off the turf now. And now he bunts right side. Scherzer off the hill, makes the pickup and the throw to first in time to retire the side. We're through 2 and we have no score.
Start your weekend off right with Friday Fest presented by Captain Morgan on September the 2nd when the Rays host the Baltimore Orioles. The first 10,000 fans get this Evan Longoria t-shirt presented by the St. Petersburg Times. Visit RaysBaseball.com to get your tickets right now.
Johnny Peralta, the shortstop, takes the first pitch away. 1 ball, no strikes. Peralta hitting 7th. Wade Davis on the hill with a couple strikeouts and a walk so far. There's a double play in the mix through the first 2. There's a strike call, 1-1. Yeah, this up-tempo approach by Wade Davis, much better than taking a lot of time between pitches. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You know, so often as a pitcher, when you throw a pitch and you see the hitter's reaction, whether he takes it, swings at it, good contact, bad contact, you already have that next pitch in your mind immediately. And by working quick like that, you keep your defense involved and you don't allow the hitter time to think through an adjustment.
There's a pitch foul out of play. Well, it's almost like a hurry-up offense, not giving a defense time to adjust to what you're going to do. To me, it just makes so much sense. Don't give that hitter time to adjust to what you're doing, because you're initiating the action. You have that natural advantage. Don't give it away. And yeah, and then guess what? You're the guy that's in charge. That's what
You're
I mean,
the guy
yeah.
setting the tempo. Your defense is going to love you. They love pitchers that work fast. It keeps them in the game, ready to go.
This pitch is down. The broadcasters really love you when you do that.
You better believe it. There's nothing worse than when they go to the bullpen and they bring the guy out who wants to take 47 seconds in between pitches. You're like, really? Really?
Ooh, he just missed with that pitch. He threw him a curveball. Let's take a look at that. There's that pitch away. Curveball away, and he did not get the call.
Yeah, this is a strike. You see the reach there by Jaso trying to go out and get it. This ball's got a...
Oh, perfect pitch.
Yeah, that is a perfect pitch.
So a leadoff walk. Brings up Wilson Betemit. Loops one back at third. That's going to be fair. Full in to hold him to a single as Peralta turned second and stopped there. So Full got to the ball quickly. Walk to Peralta and the bloop single by Betemit.
Well, a leadoff walk here. Pitch was close, granted, but a leadoff walk, and then Betemit finds one out into left field for a base hit. You know, this is the part of the order where Wade Davis has really struggled. You know, you wonder about his concentration once he gets down to the 7, 8, 9 hole, because he's given up a batting average against 7, 8, 9 of almost 300, 298, whereas the hitters 1 through 6, which you obviously assume are better hitters, he's holding them to a 267 average, and here we're starting to see it play out again here in the 3rd inning.
Now it's Ramon Santiago. He comes into the game hitting 246. A swing and a miss. He goes after a high fastball. 1 strike. Boston's off to a 4-0 lead in Texas. 4 in the top of the 1st. And the bunt, third base side. Longoria's throw to first. Kochman back to cover. So they sacrifice the runners to second and third. Both men now in scoring position. Longoria to Kochman on the sacrifice. So the Detroit Tigers have their first scoring opportunity. Jackson called out on strikes his first time. That was on a fastball in. He starts him with that fastball in there off the plate. 1-0.
And that's the part of the game that Austin Jackson has been working very hard to improve, are the strikeouts. For a leadoff hitter, he strikes out a ton. That's exactly what Wade Davis needs right here.
It's 132 strikeouts on the year so far, including the one tonight. He sends a fly ball into right. Joyce back trying to get into throwing position. Peralta tags. The throw will come through to the plate, not in time. And Detroit will take a 1-0 lead with Betemit advancing over to third. Jackson lifts the fly ball to right, and the leadoff walk turns out to be the first run of the game.
Just got it deep enough here. Austin Jackson thought maybe a shot with Johnny Peralta, but good effort, just not enough on the throw.
Yeah, you can see Joyce trying to get into position with his momentum headed toward the plate when he made the catch. So the run crosses the plate. Betemit's at third, and Brennan Bosch is in the batter's box, fouling the fastball back. Strike one. Tigers have the first run. And this pitch is fouled back. A couple of fastballs here, and the count is 0-2. Man at third, two gone. Davis slowing the pace. And he swings and he misses. Got him on a curveball. That will retire the side. A run scores following the leadoff walk. It's 1-0 Detroit.
Wednesday, which means you can ask the broadcast booth by logging on to foxsportsflorida.com and clicking on Game Connect to ask your question or your comment. By the way, Tammy said, BA, welcome back. She said it was like having Larry and Mo without Curly in the broadcast booth. I think that's a compliment. On we go. Mark is asking the first question. He and others said they're seeing a lot of rumors about Andrew Friedman to the Cubs or maybe even the Astros. Should we, as Rays fans, as you see Mark's question, be concerned? Guys, back to you.
All right. Good question. John Jaso strike the count to him. Jaso, Brandyak, and Desmond Jennings here in the inning. And that's strike 2. 0-2 first. I think that is a compliment.
I took it as one.
Yeah, absolutely. There was no question in my mind.
My neck didn't get hot and red. And
no.
I didn't start to sweat.
I saw that smile and that look of contentment on your face. 1 ball and 2 strikes here, spread out.
How do you know that wasn't the M&M?
Might have been.
Could have been both.
Mm-hmm. You need something to get you fired up. This pitch is high. 2-2. Well, the Andrew Friedman story has been obviously a topic of conversation in a couple of markets. The answer is that number one, he's a loyal guy, and they've had some great things going here. And obviously, that's why you hear those stories and why other clubs would naturally have an interest. I would think every team in baseball would have an interest in what's happened here with the Rays, and Andrew's been such a big part of that. Jaso strikes out, a swing and a miss, second strikeout. I mean, you and I, Todd, we've all been around this game collectively a long time, and I know that he doesn't look for the limelight and really is uncomfortable hearing these things, but it's hard to find a guy who has done a better job than Andrew Friedman. People ask all of us about him. Pitch to Brind'Yak, and that's a strike. Number one, he's a very bright guy. Number two, he's willing to work hard, and I don't care what you do. If you have those two combinations, you've got a pretty fair chance to succeed. Be very good at what you're doing. Brind'Yak lifts a fly ball to left. Young is back to make the catch. So he comes up a winner in both of those areas, so he's very good. And it's not surprising that you would hear those things. Now, does it mean that he's going to leave, thinking about leaving? We have no idea about that. And we're like everybody else. We hope that he stays here forever.
Yeah, well, the thing is Andrew's going to be the big general manager free agent this winter. I mean, that's the big name. It's getting bandied about now. And, the Rays have that policy. Andrew said he wasn't going to comment. He doesn't comment about potential trades, potential signings, all of those things until it's done. So you know that the chorus is just going to grow louder and louder and louder as this season moves toward its conclusion. So it's going to be out there in the news. It's going to be thrown around. And then you wonder how many teams, like you said, who wouldn't want Andrew Friedman as their general manager? So how many teams eventually throw their hat in the ring on this one because of the attributes that you talked about? Bright, the hard work. No one's going to outwork this guy. You wonder where he mixes in time to sleep sometimes.
Yep.
And so all of that being said, he is going to be highly sought after. And so, hey, at this point, all we know is wait and see. But he certainly has been tremendous at his job, and that's why you hear all the talk about him, because of what he's done.
Well, what he does, he just continues to go about his job. He's taking care of the organization, trying to make decisions. Swing and a miss by Jennings, so the count is full. He's concerned about the major league club and all the minor league clubs. In fact, he's on the road now with the Princeton club in West Virginia, and taking a look at some of the Rays' talent in the lower levels of the minor leagues. Little tap. Peralta picks it up. No chance there. A base hit. Jennings has himself a base hit with a great speed. Peralta made the throw to first, but more of a perfunctory throw than anything else.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, get to that top end speed so quickly. That was like the Willie Mays Hayes hit in Major League. Like, oops, he just outruns it. That's what I would want for one day. They always ask the players, what would you like if you had a superhero attribute? I would love to be that fast. I would love to be that fast one day in a flag football game. Forget about it.
Johnny Damon. Pitch is high. Well, coming out of high school, Jennings, he was a wide receiver. Can you imagine this guy? I mean, he's behind the defense in a second.
He was talking about going to Alabama.
Yeah.
Like they needed more players like that.
A 1-ball, no strike count to Damon. Go to first, and Jennings is back in there. There have been 10 steals with Scherzer on the mound, but 7 caught stealings. And he's got a couple pickoffs. And Damon out in front of a changeup. 1-1.
That's why you get 3. That's what he's saying to himself right now.
Well, he doubled his first time. That came off a fastball. Now he's hitting with 2 men out. Jennings at first. Two and one. Detroit with a run in the top half of the third. Center field, but Jackson is there and makes the catch, and the Rays get the infield hit. Leave a man through 3, 1-0 Detroit.
We head into the 4th inning. The Tigers with a 1-0 lead over the Rays. And this is just a reminder to look for the Miller Lite Taste Greatness moment later in tonight's game.
Elman Young starts the inning with a ground ball to third. Longoria throws him out. 1 pitch, 1 out here.
First baseman.
Miguel Cabrera. Cabrera walked in the 2nd inning and then was erased on a double play ball off the bat of Victor Martinez. Pitch is a strike. Anyway, to wrap up the Andrew Friedman discussion, we vote for him staying here.
Oh, no question.
There you are.
Yeah.
That's
if we get to add our
come down on that side. Yeah. Ground ball sharply hit to second. Zobrist take care of that. 2 up and 2 down. Time now for the AT&T trivia question. Who was the last major league catcher to start 18 consecutive games. This is the 18th consecutive start for Alex Avila tonight.
That's a day game question. Probably a noon start.
Martinez pitches outside. 1 ball, no strikes to Martinez. There's a line drive, and it's caught by Brignac at shortstop. Springing straight up and reaching to make that grab. Taking a base hit away from Victor Martinez. We got to the bottom of the 4th. 1-0 Detroit.
Dwayne, it kind of looked like you the last time they were playing J-Lo here in the stadium.
I've moved on to techno now.
Little jump. Oh, well, I know. And I've seen those shoulder rolls that you're pulling. Nice.
It's a great grab there by Brignac. There's another reason that you love to see him play shortstop. And if he can provide enough offense, he'll get a chance to play shortstop.
When you can tell when he's out in the field, immediate upgrade. Not that the other guys didn't play shortstop well, but he just so smooth out there.
Evan Longoria. He shoots one foul up the left side. Well, we saw him last night shine defensively. This one to his right. And how about this? There you are.
Well, he fields it and then rotates almost like an option pitch right on the money. That play over in the hole, he had to clear those hips so that he could get something on the throw.
2 strikes to count to Longoria. Changeup with the second strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Zobrist next, and then Joyce. Rays facing Max Scherzer, 27-year-old right-hander out of the University of Missouri. Pitch is fouled out of play. Holding at 1-2. And the pitch is down. Slider off the plate. It's 2-2. And there's a drive deep to left, And it's a 1-1 ball game.
Well, let's rewind to first at bat. Strikeout of Evan Longoria on what? 94, 95 mile an hour fastball catching a lot of plate. Evan does not forget that. 2 strikes, going to try to close him there again. Not this time. Same pitch, 95 middle. Different result.
So Longoria drives it into the seats. Number 22 for Evan. The Rays get that run back. Here's Ben Zobrist. He takes a strike off speed. That pitch away from him, but a strike. Well, that's 11 homers in his last 32 games for Evan Longoria. Ground ball over the mound, but Peralta again shading up the middle and takes care of that ground ball for the first out. Let's get the answer to the AT&T trivia question. Last Major League catcher to start 18 consecutive games. Alex Avila doing that tonight. And Buster Posey last year with the Giants making that closing run started 22 straight games to close out the season. Here's Matt Joyce. The pitch is a strike. Inside part of the plate. Yankees have tied Oakland 1-1 in the bottom of the third. Pitch is down. And it's 1-1. Run home, 1 out. 1-1 the count to Joyce with Kochman on deck. Cut and a miss. Now it's 1-2. Joyce outreaching. Well, that fastball away from him, and Joyce is out number 2.
Well, here it is, 96. Yeah, reaching, and that ball was up and away. One of those swings that you were.
Casey Kochman. The pitch is a strike. 3 strikeouts for Scherzer. Fires this one outside. 1-1. In that New York game, Coco Crispin hit a home run to give Oakland a 1-0 lead. Jeter singled home the run for New York in the bottom of the third. Rays and the Tigers tied 1-1 in the bottom of the fourth here. And it's a 3-1 count to Kochman. Tap right side, going to be picked up by Cabrera. He makes the play unassisted. A run, 1 hit, the home run by Longoria. We're through 4, tied 1-1. 1-1 ball game as we head into the 5th inning. Time for the Keep Your Edge Spotlight, brought to you by Just for Men Mustache and Beard. Hey, here's keeping your edge. When you look at what John Jaso has going, perhaps emulating General Ambrose Burnside from the Union Army in the Civil War.
Would you mess with either one of them?
Boy, that gives you the edge, and you can keep that edge with Just for Men Mustache and Beard. And that look is Just for Men. Wouldn't work any other way.
I ran into John Jason today, and he said, "Hey, man, I heard you talking trash about my facial hair up there." I'm like, "Hey, you're the guy wearing it. What am I supposed to say?" You know? I mean, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I think if you take that out on the field, Burnside took it out onto the battlefield.
Yes, he did.
There you go.
Yeah. Swing and a miss. 0-2 the count. Hey, it is what it is. I mean, all of a sudden you're compared to a Civil War general. That's pretty heady stuff.
I think where he wanted us to go with it was Wolverine. He was thinking more along the line of Wolverine.
A little pop fly in the short left. Bold is there, and that takes care of Avila. One away here in the 5th. Let's check in with Todd Callis.
Speaking of catchers, our next question comes from Ray. He wants to know about multiple catchers for a staff during the course of the year. We saw Jose Lobaton briefly, and then John Jaso was on the DL. We saw Robinson Chirinos. By the way, Lobaton will start his rehab on Friday. So, guys, and BA in particular, that question was to you. What about a pitcher dealing with multiple catchers in one season? Back to you guys.
Rosa hits it on the ground to Longoria. You're the perfect guy, BA, to address that.
Well, I would say that it's something that you know you're going to deal with. I mean, two catchers, you're not going to typically have a personal catcher. Greg Maddux comes to mind. I mean, he had his own guy, but you've got to reach a certain status before you get that. So that's where spring training becomes important. When you throw your bullpens, if these guys are both within the organization, you want to make sure that you throw to each guy, that you sit down and talk a lot about how you like to pitch, you know, how they like to call a game, how you like them to set up. Just a lot of back and forth that should go on early in the year, so that when you are out there with a different guy from start to start, you're comfortable with each other. He knows what you like to do, you know how he sets up, and you guys work together. So, you know, all of that stuff is done, a lot of it in spring training.
Mr. Bename's in the dirt, and the count is 1-1. Having said that, it's just like, I would guess that it's just like the course of any other personal interaction in any group. They're going to be a couple of guys you're just going to naturally hit it off with, a couple of guys you're going to have to make a little bit of an effort to do that.
A couple of guys you deal with maybe on a night-to-night basis that cause you to go into therapy 3 days a week. Yeah,
well, there's no reason to make it personal.
No, but you're absolutely right about that. You know, I got a chance to throw to Tim Laker. He probably caught 13 or 14 starts of mine in my career.
Yep.
I don't know if I ever had a better rapport with another catcher than I did with him.
You're on the same wavelength. He knows what you're thinking. You know what he's thinking. All of that.
Eerie.
Yep.
It was eerie. I mean, he's a female. You just drop to a knee and you propose right then and there. That's like a 2-week courtship, and where you're off and running. It was that good. But other guys you struggle along with.
2, Bename, did he go? Yes, he did. He's out on strikes, and that retires the side on the attempted check swing. 1, 2, 3 go the Tigers. This game is tied 1-1, middle of the 5th. Rays half of the fifth inning coming. The game tied. 1-1 contest. Sam Fold about to lead off. Jaso and Brignac to follow. Pitch is down. 1 ball and no strikes. Fold tried to bunt his way on his first time up there and was thrown out by Scherzer. There's a strike. 1-1. Both these pitchers moving this game right along. Wade Davis has made just 50 pitches through 5 innings. Scherzer misses. It's 2-1. 70 pitches now for Scherzer as he works here in the top or bottom of the fifth. The leadoff man Sam Fold in this inning. Sam bounces it foul. The count is squared. 2-2.
And neither one of these starting pitchers wasting a whole lot of time. Get the ball back from the catcher, get a sign, and throw. Excuse me, pitch.
Pitch. Hurl.
Chuck.
The 2-2 is wide. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Scherzer has not walked anybody tonight. 3-2 to Fold. And there's ball 4, the first walk, and the Rays have that base runner.
Well, celebrate that special occasion by purchasing a game-used lineup card, a base, baseball, or any other autograph items from your favorite Rays players. These one-of-a-kind items can be purchased at raysbaseball.com/gameday or at the team store here at Tropicana Field.
So with Sam Fold at first, that's going to bring up Ambrose Burnside, the Rays catcher. Well, that's John Jaso. Jaso struck out his first time. Pitch is high. 1-0. A little visit there between Avila and Scherzer now. I want to pass along a special birthday wish to Ronnie McGaffis. She's been a great Rays fan from the very beginning. A loyal Rays fan and viewer. She was 87 years young just a couple days ago, and I'm still trying to figure out how her husband George got such a pretty girl to hang around with him. One of those amazing things. Rooting for the Rays tonight is Jaso up here with a count of 1-0.
And a baseball fan.
Yeah. You talk about simpatico.
Yeah.
Just right there.
Jackpot.
Yeah. Pretty girl, baseball fan.
Yeah.
Hey,
I mean,
look at that.
Again, with the quick drop to the knee.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
He knew what he was doing, didn't he? Yeah. Pitch is high. 2 balls, no strikes. Rays have 3 hits. The big blow, the home run by Longoria to open the 4th. That tied the game. That's high. 3 balls, no strikes. Scherzer missed with a changeup right there. There goes the runner. Good jump. The pitch is a ball, and the throw is not in time. Anyway, it was ball 4. So Fold moves up on the walk to Jaso. So back-to-back walks.
Pretty good so far here for the Rays. You're down to 7, 8, 9 in the batting order of a 1-1 game, and you get back-to-back walks with the lineup about to flip over. And this is where you talk about the little things. You got a 1-1 game here. Reed Brignac, get these 2 runners over, whether it be a bunt He's got a huge hole to work with over there on the left side. I think Detroit is figuring on bunt where they've got the corners pinched in.
And he takes the pitch down and in, showing the bunt. 1 ball, no strikes. Well, it's difficult sometimes for young players, even veteran players, to fully appreciate the value of a bunt in this situation. You're contributing if you can move these runners over. It's important.
When he gets that bunt down successfully, watch the reaction when he goes in the dugout.
He bunts it foul, pops it right back over the screen, and it's a 1-1 count. Yeah, this is the kind of things that Reed needs to become proficient at, because we know how he can play shortstop. You want to see him round out the offensive side.
This is where you start to build that value.
Backs out, takes another look. He wants to make sure that he's not missing something here. Good idea. Why not?
Yeah, make sure you get it right for sure. Yes.
Nothing doing back there. Reed has been bunting on the first 2 pitches. Count is a ball and a strike. And that's strike 2. Now he's in the hole. Ball, 2 strikes. Tough for now. Let's see if he can get him over. And Scherzer started to go back there, and nothing given away by Brignac just yet. Tigers looking for that. Off, and the shortstop Peralta slipping in behind Cole. Two walks to open the inning, and the Rays trying to take advantage of it. A full cut and a foul ball back. So we'll go through all of that again with a 1-2 count. He bounces it foul.
Well, here with that, Brignac has that little bit of an uppercut swing. Max Scherzer got the count way in his favor at 1-2. Would not be at all surprised to see him try to climb the ladder here with the fastball. He's already got Brignac into swing mode, got him on the defensive, try to get it up and over top of his bat.
The third 1-2 pitch. And there's a shot toward right center field. Bosch over to make the catch. Tag at second. Bull heads to third. He will advance. So they get Bull to third base on the fly ball to right.
That's why that pitch is dangerous to Reed Brignac. He had just fouled one off. You throw him another changeup. He sees it for the second straight pitch, and it's down right into his swing path. That's where he wants to swing. That's why in a 1-2 count, you're thinking fastball at the belt and up. You probably get a swing through strike 3. And instead now you get Sam Full to move up, get to third with here less than 2 outs.
So the Rays have men on the corners now. Here's Desmond Jennings. Desmond had the infield hit his last time. And the pitch is a strike. Oh, that 84-mile-per-hour slider to start him. Desmond came into the game hitting .438 with men in scoring position, .330 overall. And now he bunts and pops it up foul. 2 strikes.
Well, I'd love to see Desmond Jennings swing the bat in this situation. Now you put him in a count here where he's 0-2, because I guarantee you, Scherzer threw him that first pitch slider because he knows one thing. Nothing I would like more than to get a ground ball double play right here. And probably the one guy that I'm not going to be able to get it with is the guy standing in the batter's box. So he's going to try to get nasty with him. Now he's got him down 0-2 and going for that strikeout.
Well, he walked the first 2 hitters, but managed to get out in front of the next 2 when Brignac was trying to bunt. Finally advanced one of the runners on a fly ball. Now it's a 2-strike count to Jennings. And Avila and Scherzer make sure they're on the same page. And Jimmy Leland wants to make sure.
Yeah, he realizes the way this game's going with these 2 pitchers and the way Davis is throwing the ball, can't afford any mistakes here. So why not go out there and get everybody?
Tied the game on the home run in the 4th, and after the extended conversation on the mound, Alfonso Marquez starts out to break it up. Day game tomorrow. We'll be with you at 12:30 with our pregame show. Pitching matchup tomorrow, Jeremy Hellickson for the Rays, and Doug Fister, who came over from Seattle, will pitch for Detroit. Now 2 strikes to count to Jennings. And he strikes him out with a fastball. 96. Very big strikeout for Scherzer.
That's what he needed in that situation, because the ball put in play more than likely was going to score the run. So he climbs the ladder 0-2. That's the pitch you were thinking with Brignac.
Yep.
And he gets Jennings on it, gets it right by him with a good velocity and the location.
Well, that discussion, I'm sure, had something to do with the Brignac at bat, and then to get 2 strikes on Jennings, and that's why Leland was out there, just to make sure.
And the other thing is Scherzer almost comes from that low 3/4 arm angle, so when he shoots the ball up with that velocity, it just jumps up there.
Yeah, he gets some high movement, little run.
Yeah. Almost like the ball's got carry up there, the way that he lets it go, kind of pushes it towards the plate. A lot of deception.
Well, here's Johnny Damon. Pitch up and away. Hard stuff again. Yeah, you'll see the tailing action on that pitch. One ball, no strikes. Damon fouls it. It's 1-1. Now, and Rapuano comes in and a little conversation. There may have been something behind the plate. Rapuano spotted. 1 ball, 1 strike. And he fouls the fastball. We're seeing some high velocity stuff from Scherzer here in this situation.
Well, how about this with Max Scherzer? Runners on, nobody on, 300 average. Runners in scoring position. You're shaking your head because you know.
I know, yeah.
Go give it to
195.
There you go. He gets tough.
And he also gets tough. If he gets up in the count 0-2 or 1-2, 0-2 it's 163 and 1-2 183. We've seen the kind of stuff he has here. With 0-2 96 to Jennings, and he's 1-2 with Damon with 95 and 96 to get there.
I don't know why he continues to mess around with this third to first move. You got 2 outs, 1 and 2 count on the hitter. With your kind of stuff, just go get him.
Yeah, but he's got a general on board at first. Maybe intimidated by General Burnside over there.
Worried that Jaso may flank him.
Yeah. The pitch down and in. I think it was Burnside who finally got across that stone bridge in Antietam.
I drove by Antietam not that long ago. I did.
Yeah.
That was a nasty
cool,
one.
huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
nasty battle.
Yeah.
Bloodiest of the war.
There you go. The war of the bloodiest of them all. Simpatico. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count here to Damon. And there's a fly ball towards left center field. Gonna be in there for a base hit. Gold scores. Jaso goes to third. Damon into second. And the Rays take the lead 2-1. How about Johnny Damon? He comes through again with his second hit of the night. And the Rays take a 2-1 lead.
She probably could have stayed with that third to first move. You know what that was? Mislocation, trying to come in. Johnny trying to protect. He's been so good at that all year long. He's just putting the ball in play and giving himself a chance.
Now Evan Longoria is up here with 2 men in scoring position. The pitch down a bit, a slider. 1 ball and no strike, so a big hit for Johnny Damon. One and one. Inside, he checked in time. 2-1. Get the fastball out to tie the game in the 4th inning, and the Rays have grabbed the lead here in the 5th. 2 men in scoring position now. 2-1 to count. Inside. Well, that hit by Damon even bigger in view of what we were talking about with Scherzer and how tough he is when he's ahead of a hitter, how tough he is when there are men in scoring position. It's popped up foul, coming straight back and out of play. So the count goes full. Well, the Rays opened with a walk, and they've turned that into a run. Now Well, Jaso's at third. Damon's at second. And a fly ball lifted into left. Young will go back to the track for it and have room to make the grab. That retires the side. Rays come up with a go-ahead run. Strand 2 and lead.
With the slimmest of margins, 2-1 over the Tigers. Let's take a look at tonight's AutoWay text poll question. You can text your vote to 789-789. Standard message and data rates apply. What is the most dangerous play to make? The more dangerous, I should say. TB1, turning that double play. Saw Ryan Rayburn with a couple of close calls, potential close calls. Or TB2, the collision, blocking the plate.
Ramon Santiago leads off the 6th inning, and he takes the pitch for a strike. Sacrificed his first time. Now Wade Davis out there with a 2-1 lead and a bunt by the mound. Going to be a tough play. Zobrist tries to barehand it and has no play. Ramon Santiago bunts his way aboard.
Now that's the bunt play right there that saw Sam fold earlier. You see where Ben Zobrist is. A lot of open room right here. And if you're able to get it by the pitcher, it's almost a guaranteed base hit if you've got any type of speed. Ben's got to come too far. He does get it by Davis. Base hit.
Jackson throw to first, and Santiago is back in. Pretty close over there that time. Davis pick up the bunt single in the 6th here. Nobody out. Runner at first. Now the pitch to Jackson shows bunt, takes the pitch for a ball. Let's take another look at how close that was at first on the pickoff attempt. Oh, he's out. It's in Boxmo. We make that call.
Yeah, right. He caught it right on the right latissimus dorsi.
of Ramon Santiago.
And I am impressed now.
I worked them out today. They're sore. That's why I know it.
You're talking to them. Well, let's take another look at that. It's close, but he's out.
Yeah, and those fingers are hovering right over the bag. That's a tough call to make. You're right. If you had instant replay.
Pitch is close. 2-0. Jackson look for the signs. Line drive into left. Sam Fold is there to make the catch. Sam moving just a bit to his right. A little two-step action out there by Fold on his way to grab that hot shot line drive.
Well, that ball was a rocket. Can't blame him. Right at you. This ball gets hit hard.
And here's Brennan Bosch.
I saw it.
Bosch 0 for 2 tonight, a couple strikeouts. The first pitch is a strike. How about the pitch count for Davis? He made 50 pitches through 5. And the Rays pushed Scherzer in the 5th inning. He made 30 pitches alone in the 5th inning, up to 97 now. You see Davis at 56, 1 on 1 out in the 6th. Pop foul, third base side, but will be out of play. 0-2.
How about a ball here? He doesn't chase. And you come back with a little sinker down and away, get yourself a ground ball, double play, get out of the inning with 58. 59.
See, that's a game plan.
Yeah.
I like it.
Right here.
Let's thinking ahead. He got him with a breaking ball on strikes in the 1st and in the 3rd. Over to first again, and Santiago is back in there. A 2-strike count on Bosch.
Now you throw him the breaking ball. He recognizes it, takes it. You throw this one for a cold strike.
The 0-2. He pulls that one foul off the facing and the railing of the Rays dugout right there. Pitch came cutting in on him.
Well, if the trainers get wiped out by a ball like that, who takes care of them?
Well, that's why they need extra protection. Those guys are important.
Yeah.
Yep.
As a head trainer around Porterfield, you can get those hands from hanging off the, you know.
Yeah. Are they insured?
Delicate instruments.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they should carry shields.
James
and helmets.
Actually,
they have helmets and shields. 2 strikes to count. Oh, strike 3 call. He got him looking at a fastball. Davis in about 94. Strikeout number 4 on the night. That's 5 now for Davis. 3rd time he's taking care of Bosch.
Well, I don't care what you're looking for. Breaking ball, fastball. It's tough to do anything with that pitch. Great put-away pitch there by Wade Davis.
There's Delman Young. He starts him with a breaking ball. I guess it was low. 1 ball and no strikes. Young hit a fly ball to right and a ground ball to 3rd. fastball right back. Boston has taken a 6-1 lead over Texas. That game's in the bottom of the 4th. Here the Rays lead 2-1. We're in the top of the 6th. Strike to Young. 1-2. Wade Davis ahead in the count. Been ahead of everybody except Jackson in this inning. Jackson had a 2-0 count and hit a torrid line drive that pulled. Swing and just a little piece of that one, a foul ball. The count remains 1-2. I mean, you could see the difference. We talked about Davis when he's behind 2-0 in the count, 2-1 as opposed to being ahead. He got behind Jackson, and Jackson just really squared one up and hit it right to fold and left. And then Bosch got down 0-2. Couldn't do a thing with a great fastball. That time granted. Two outs. Santiago at first. Back. Go over fastball.
I'd like to see him go back to that slider that he got the check swing strike call on Young. Try to finish him off. It's a pitch we haven't seen a whole lot of tonight. Count to work with.
1-2. Up the middle and a base hit right over the bag at second. That advances Santiago to second base.
Came back with a fastball. Delman Young had some pretty good swings on a couple other fastballs to foul him off. This one a little bit further down in the zone, and he just shoots it right back up the middle.
So 2 hits in the inning. The bunt single to start it. The 2-out base hit by Delman Young. That will get Miguel Cabrera to the plate. Cabrera has walked and is grounded out. The pitch is fouled back. Davis reaching back for a little extra on that fastball at 96. Not a bad idea with this guy up there.
That's right. 2-1 ball game, 6th inning. Max effort.
Cabrera hitting .395 with men in scoring position. And he bounces it foul. 2 strikes. The people on this Detroit club will tell you that Cabrera is one of the reasons Avila is having such a great year. They worked out together in Miami in the offseason, and as much as the rigorous workout, there was the approach that was discussed, and Cabrera was the guy who really emphasized to Avila, you want to be in these spots, you want to be the guy.
And it's, well, look at his numbers.
Yep.
Last year he was in, Avila played in 104 games. He hit .228, had 7 home runs. This year in 109 games, hitting .304, 15 home runs. Yep. Saw the opposite field power, the willingness to go that way, just like Cabrera does.
The 0-2, and it's foul out of play. So the count's still 2 strikes. Here's Avila. You can see from last year to this year. The other thing he's doing, one of his other veteran teammates, Victor Martinez, said you need to use a bigger bat. You know, it's a day and age of guys using light bats, and they got him to use a heavier bat. Swing and a miss. Cabrera's out on strikes. Mid-90s fastball got him. 2 men left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. The Rays lead it 2-1. Celebrate. Put everything on it. On the hill for the Rays, making good pitches. Max Scherzer starting for Detroit, showing plenty of heat as well. Detroit came up with a run in the 3rd. The Rays tied it on Evan Longoria's 22nd home run of the year in the 4th. And Johnny Damon with a 2-base hit in the 5th inning chased home Sam Fold to make it 2-1. Our Lexus game summary. Well, Scherzer made 30 pitches in the 5th inning, and he is gone after 5, making a total of 97 pitches in 5 innings. He was coming off, by the way, a couple of high pitch count outings and working on the 4th day. And so he's out of here after 5, and Daniel Schlereth, the left-hander, is in here.
Daniel on for the 39th time. We saw him last night get that fastball up into the 92, 93, 94 range. Very good breaking ball.
And Ben Zobrist will be the first man to face the Tiger lefty out of their bullpen. The pitch is a strike. Ben Zobrist, second to Curtis Granderson when it comes to extra base hits on the Ford leaderboard, the Southern Ford Dealers leaderboard. Wins the majors with 42 doubles. And there's a strike, 0-2. So Scherzer gone after 5 innings. He gave up 2 runs, 4 hits, struck out 4 and walked 2. Foul ball, so Scherzer out of here. You know, his earned run average, working on 4 days rest, was over 5. He was 7-6 with a 5.08 on 4 days rest. And if you give him that extra day, and he'd had 2 good outings prior to this one on 5 days rest, he's 5-0 with a 287 earned run average.
Wow.
So Jimmy Leland gets 5 from him in 97 pitches, and he was pushed in the 5th inning, and so Leland goes to the bullpen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Zobrist, Joyce, and Kochman. Schlereth in the game last night for a third of an inning. Gave up a hit and a walk. Struck out one. Zobrist tried to check, but he could not. He went around on the breaking ball. So he's out of there.
Yeah, no question on this call. Too far by Ben.
There's Matt Joyce. Matt 0 for 2 tonight. Facing the tough lefty right now. Ground ball down to first. Cabrera with a pickup, and he'll make the play unassisted. 2 gone.
Miguel Cabrera there for a second was assuming Daniel Schlereth was going to be waiting on the bag for him. Realized he wasn't going to make it, or it was going to be very close, and had to take it himself.
Casey Kochman looking for his first hit tonight. A couple of ground balls, one to short and one to first. Pitch is a strike on the inside part of the plate. Two runs, 4 hits for the Rays, a run, 3 hits for the Tigers. It's inside. 1-1 the count. One pitch. 2 balls and a strike. Two outs, base is empty. And that's a strike, breaking ball. So that squares it, 2-2. Scherzer and Davis set a quick pace through the first 4+ innings of this game. We're down the bottom of the 6th. And he went around. The ball gets away. Kochman heads to first. But the throw is going to be in time as Avila recovers. Goes down to Cabrera to complete the strikeout. On to the 7th. 2-1 Rays.
63 and allowed only 4 runs. And Chris Archer promoted to AAA Durham after last night's game. You can see what he's done in the last 6 starts for Montgomery. That leads us to our next question. Moore and Archer, 2 young prospects who may be here with the Rays. One guy who is already here with Tampa Bay, who was a fine prospect all season long with Durham, is Desmond Jennings. And Derek wants to know if you guys think next year Desmond could be a 25-25 guy, 25 homers and 25 steals. Dwayne, BA, back to you.
Well, we go to the 7th, and the 25 steals would be a cinch, it would seem. And, you know, hitting 25 home runs in the minor leagues, you say yes, okay. He could be a 25-25 guy. But, you know, hitting 25 home runs in the major leagues, that's a big deal. I think he's a potential 25-25, but just to go, sure, he'll do it next year. Let's just relax. Wait a minute.
I take that as if you're talking to me.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Because you know that I was going to give a one-word answer, and it was yes, next question. And so you just gave me the 2-hand relay. You gave me the stop sign. Wow.
On the count, Victor Martinez. Hey, I hope he hits 25 home runs next year.
I will agree with you. 25 home runs in today's game is a lot different than 5-10 years ago.
Yeah. Deep short. Rendiak's throw is dug out at first by Kochman. And Victor Martinez is out of there. Nice pickup by Kochman. Well, Desmond Jennings, I'll tell you, he has been so impressive as a hitter. And that was the one thing I think a lot of people wanted to see. And not just the fact that he came into this game hitting .330, but his approach, the way he's done it, has been very encouraging. And he has shown pop, and he's going to get extra base hits, and he'll hit some home runs. But his value is going to be in all facets of the game. And he's showing that he's got a chance to have some pretty good extra base pop as well. This pitch is a strike to Avila.
Well, a few of those home runs have been no-doubters off the bat. Like, as soon as contact, you don't even question it.
Yeah.
I mean, out of here in a hurry. But yeah, I definitely think he is capable of those numbers. But you're right, the home run total not as easy as it may seem.
1-1 to count to Avila. Now Avila with 15 home runs, and he's shown great power this year. He moved from a 31-ounce to a 33-ounce bat, and there is some of that power. Boy, he pulls this one and hit it a ton to right field. Avila exploding on that 1-1 pitch and belting his 16th home run of the year to tie this game 2-2.
You know, you hate to, well, let's just put it this way. This ball down and in the lefty juice zone, and this ball just gets absolutely crushed to right field. And with that shot right there, that was deep. And the power that we've seen him show the other way, it's almost a wonder that he only has 16 home runs. That is some big-time juice.
The pitch is a strike to Peralta. Well, the way he waits, what it tells me is this guy has strong hands. Forearms and hands are strong. Because he really waits, and then he's out. You know, he'll pop the ball there, and we've seen him hit a couple of opposite field home runs, and there was little doubt about that one.
Well, the ball that's away from him, he waits back on, starts that swing late, is still able to power it because he's able to generate that bat speed in a short span of the swing, and then the one down and in, he's just reacting to it. But you're right, and we've seen those strong hands and forearms and wrists.
Fly ball into left. Bold is there to make the catch. Peralta's out number 2.
We've seen those actually defensively too. You know, we saw him go out yesterday and grab some pitches where he's able to just freeze them right there without dipping that glove. So,
well, let's take a look at the Monday home run to the opposite field.
I mean, he lets that ball travel deep and then just powers that ball out of here. That's not an easy thing to do.
So the game is tied 2-2 on the Avila home run. Wilson Benameed takes the pitch high. 1-0. This pitch is fouled back. And then here's the home run that he pulled out of here deep down the line.
Just react.
Two balls and a strike. You know, going to a heavier bat, everybody today, it seems every hitter, they want as light a bat as they can find. That's an old school move there by Avila.
Everything now, you know, the hitters, they think bat speed. You know, if you're strong, got those strong hands, wrists, forearms with a heavier bat, and still can create the bat speed, well, guess what? Now you get distance.
Ball three, the count is full. Ground ball, shortstop. Brignac has to get away from him. He started to look up before he had the ball in the glove. Benameed reaches on Brignac's error.
We've seen Reed Brignac do this a number of times. He prefers that backhand. You know, this is a ball that he really could have got in front of. He just never secures it, and that ball rolls right up and through out the top of the glove.
Well, it's the number 9 hitter, Ramon Santiago. That error is the first error of the series committed by either club. The Rays have been at the top of the list when it comes to defense. That's their 57th error as a team. It's really a remarkable number. The Tigers, by contrast, have made 84. A 1-ball, no strike count. Santiago pops it toward the left field line. Fold is there, and Sam puts it away. A run on the home run. We go to the bottom of the 7th, and the game is tied 2-2.
Welcome back to Tropicana Field. We're all tied at 2 between the Rays and the Tigers. I'm Angela Jacobs, reminding you to log on to Fox Sports Game Connect, where you can tweet along with me as we follow the game, not just on the field, but also online for one of the best interactive online experiences you can get. You can get trends, stats, analysis, even submit your questions to the broadcast crew to find out what is going on. And you can even sign on to your Twitter account and tweet questions. Right now, the big conversations are, what level will Matt Moore start next season with how he is tearing up the minors this year? What are they going to do with him next spring as they start out there? Guys, back to you.
All right, bottom of the 7th inning underway. A ball, no strike to count to Sam Fuld. Tie game right now, 2-2. And Fuld up in the count, 2-0 against the lefty Schlereth. Perry continues to loosen in the bullpen. And ball 3. Fuld opened the 5th inning with a walk, and the Rays turned that into their 2nd run. Don Kelly now playing right field in the place of Brennan Bosch. (3-0). That's a strike. Well, the Tigers have been tough here for the Rays. Rays are 0-5 against Detroit this year. And ball 4. Fuld draws the walk. Sam's on for the 2nd time.
No, this is where it got started for the Rays last time. Walk to Fuld, walk to Jaso. Fuld would come around to score the Rays' 2nd run.
John Jaso is due, but Elliot Johnson's going to be called upon. Elliot Johnson will come on to hit. Jaso had struck out and walked tonight. And that gets Jimmy Leland out. So Leland heads to the mound. He has the hard-throwing right-hander busy in the bullpen. And the Tigers are going to talk it over here. And Leland pretty direct here with Schlereth.
Oh, he's got an idea what he wanted to say that entire walk. He went right out there and just started barking. He's got some specific instructions, and it's non-negotiable.
So he marches back toward the dugout. And we'll see how the Rays play this with Elliot Johnson. Meet close at 3rd. Johnson puts down the bunt, first base side. Plays to 1st. Santiago takes care of that. So Johnson comes on to bunt the runner over. Sacrifice for Elliot Johnson.
Now, we have seen Elliot Johnson struggle this year at times trying to get the bunt down, and right there he comes in. First pitch he sees, lays down a perfect bunt. Mission accomplished.
And B.J. Upton will be called upon to pinch hit for Brignac. So Upton got that tender shoulder. And here comes Jimmy Leland out with Upton announced as the pinch hitter. Now we'll see the pitching change. An inning and a 3rd for Schlereth. The right-hander Perry is going to get the call. Back in a moment. Game tied 2-2. The Rays have Sam Vold at second base and B.J. Upton coming on. You know, Perry's an interesting case. He gives you a lot of hard stuff. Last year, he was really tough on left-handed hitters. They hit just 167 against him, and right-handed batters hit 284. And this year, right-handers hitting 283 and lefties 268. So he's had more success against lefties than righties. And here's Upton to hit against him. By him. Strike one. This guy has a very good arm.
Yeah, and if he keeps it down there in that zone, not too many right-handers are going to be hitting him well at all. 96 at the knees on the outside corner.
BJ 1 out of 2 lifetime against Perry. And he takes a strike. Another fastball at 95. More of the same.
Yeah, follow this pitch.
Oh, 2. And Upton is out on strikes. 2 fastballs and a slider. And Upton's out on 3 pitches.
Man, that was a hanging slider. That wasn't the good bite that Perry will feature after 2 good fastballs. This ball hangs up, stays up in the zone, and actually gets that over top of the bat of B.J. Upton, where ideally you'd like it to drop below.
Desmond Jennings. And there's a strike. Starts him with a slider. 4 pitches, 4 strikes. And Desmond tried to check and did. He gets the appeal. Ed Hickok's now there. The count goes to 1-1. Outside. 2 balls and a strike. The mid-90s fastball. Good look down at that pitch. 3-1.
You see the way Jennings took that pitch. He just fouled it right down. That was a nice take. I believe there's some pretty good recognition going on by Desmond. Sees that pitch 2-1 out of the hand below the zone. Spits on it.
And a strike call, a fastball. So we go to 3-2.
And that's the pitch we've seen Marquez call majority of the night. That fastball in, and that does track right down the inside corner.
The pitch, and that's outside. To him a 3-2 slider. So Jennings walks. Johnny Damon is due. Damon with 2 base hits. It's Damon against Perry. A foul ball, strike 1. Fastball to start Damon. it right back into the mitt of Avila. The count is 2 strikes. Well, Damon came through with a double to drive in a run in the 5th. He worked the count to 2-2 and doubled into center. He's down 0-2 right now. 2 men on and 2 men out. And the pitch is down and in. The slider. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a little pop-up on the right side of the infield. Santiago takes care of that to retire the side. We're through 7, tied 2-2. Ball game moves into the 8th. Elliott Johnson stays on to play shortstop. And Kelly Shopik takes over behind the plate. The Tigers will have the top of the order coming up in the 8th with Wade Davis out there. And the first pitch is a ball. Wade, 86 pitches through the first 7 innings. Ball too low. 2-0. Just like that, 3 balls, no strikes.
Yeah, and you don't want to put this guy on with the free pass, his speed, and then the rest of those boppers coming down the middle of this lineup.
Strike, 3-1. Boston has a 9-1 lead on Texas in the bottom of the 6th. Foul out of play, 3-2. Oakland and New York tied 2-2 in the top of the 8th at Yankee Stadium. Scott Sizemore has an RBI double. Count for the second run for Oakland. Nick Swisher had hit a home run earlier to give New York a 2-1 lead, and there's ball 4. So Jackson, he's their top base stealer in this lineup. 17 of 21, and he's aboard to open the 8th. Well, Peralta appearing nightly in the Rays bullpen. Up again. And Jim Hickey heads to the mound for a conversation. Don Kelly is due up. He took over in right field last inning. got a start at first base here on Monday and hit one out to right center in his last at bat of the evening. First base. Jackson is back in. And he's shortening on the bat, taking the pitch for a strike. Each team with 4 hits. We're tied 2-2, top of the 8th. Jackson sets up at first. Over to first. Wade Davis still out here, making his 23rd start. Working his way through this lineup. A walk to open the 8th. Kelly again showing bunt. The pitch is up. Longoria closing. And I mean closing from third base.
That almost looked like a quasi pitch out. That ball way off the plate. Kelly Shoppach was actually sitting up off the plate. Don Kelly did get that bunt down. The only place it could be was the third base. That's where Kelly set up. Not even near the plate.
And there's a bunt, and he pops it up. Grabbed by Davis. Throw to first. Double play. Wade Davis grabbed it just off his shoe tops and quickly fired to first to double off Jackson. Wade Davis helps himself with an outstanding defensive play.
Wade showing good hop off the mound. A shoestring catch and then a nice off-balance throw to first base. That was beautiful. Ball up in the air. Look at that.
That eliminates that leadoff walk. Base is empty now with 2 gone. Delman Young. And he lines one right to Longoria at third to take care of the Tigers. Hit it hard right at Evan.
never the most popular kid in school, except for 9th grade when he was voted King of Hearts, gets the most popular manager. Guys, back to you.
Wait a minute. He was King of Hearts in 9th grade?
Yes, at D.A. Harmon Junior High School.
That was the springboard to his success. It all started in the 9th grade then. Here's Longoria, and he starts the bottom of the 8th with a base hit. And the Rays have the leadoff man on. Well, there's a good start here. Longoria's second hit. Ryan Perry's still out there on the hill. And Longoria greets him with a solid single up the middle.
He went down and played the angle. Got a low ball and rifled it right back through the middle.
There you go.
You don't see that too many times from righties.
That's right. They like the ball up against righties. So a lefty out there, they might like the ball low. There's Zobrist. 1 strike to count. Zobrist a couple of ground balls and a strikeout. Takes a long look at Tom Foley. Have out-hit the Tigers by 1 now with his leadoff single. Step back, and Longoria not taking any chances at first. He went diving back. On 1. There's a strike around the knees. Now it's 1-2. Scherzer worked 5. Schlereth an inning and a third. Perry, who worked a third of an inning last night, finished off the 7th and started the 8th. A step back. Oakland takes a 3-2 lead in New York. Coco Crisp, who had homered earlier, singles home a run. Austin has extended its lead over Texas to 11-1. Crawford has hit his 9th home run of the year. The count is full, 3-2. Speaking of former Rays, reports the Yankees have put a waiver claim in for Carlos Pena. Remains to be seen if they can act on that and make a deal. But there is word that they put a waiver claim in for him. 3-2. Longoria takes off, and the pitch skied to center. Jackson's going to have to go back to the edge of the turf. Longoria heads back to first and will stay right there. 1 out. Long fly ball to dead center off the bat of Ben Zobrist. Now Matt Joyce. Well, Joyce 0 for 3 tonight. Again, a step back with that right arm raised. Would it make any difference if there was just a straight step back? Any competitive advantage to the arm going up?
Well, I'm ready. Look at me, I'm ready. Yeah, I don't know. You're wasting everybody's time.
Pitch outside. 1-0. I can understand a step back, maybe. You know, just to part of changing your routine and varying your look a little bit?
Maybe he does it for balance.
You're on top of hill. Over to first. Back in is Longoria. Sorry, I mentioned it.
I mean, just having to watch it. I mean, Evan does have 45 steals this year, so.
And the pitch is down. 2 balls, no strikes. Pitch down at 95. Terry's got a great arm.
He does, but I'll tell you what, when you do spend that much time worrying about a runner with the step-offs, the throw-over, step-off, lose a little bit of that concentration on the hitter. Now you got Matt Joyce in a nice 2-0 count.
Again, Longoria. Matt 7 of 17 with a couple of home runs against the Tigers. And ahead in the count, 2-0 here in the 8th. Bounce it the other way. 96-mile-per-hour fastball. Tie game. Bottom half of inning 8. Two-one, and he bounds it back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The slider moving in on Joyce. Two balls, 2 strikes now. Again, a step back. Shoulder raised. Elbow cocked. Nothing. Meanwhile, Matt Joyce waits. 2-2 the count. And a liner into center field. That's a base hit. 1 hop in front of Jackson. Longoria stops at second. So Matt Joyce comes up with his first hit of the night. 2 on, 1 out for Casey Kochman.
Now look where they're pitching him. Away, 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 and Matt Joyce takes it that way. Matt Joyce was so good early in the year. That's what you saw out of him. The ball away, he would shoot the other way, up the middle, left field. A lot of hits over that way.
Well, Jimmy Leland, apparently the 3rd favorite manager to play for him behind Joe Madden and Terry Francona. Leland out there, he's pretty forthright.
Yeah. I mean, out there, not a whole lot of feedback coming from anybody else on that mound.
Couple of base hits here in the 8th. Casey Kochman was grounded to short, grounded to first, and struck out. And the first pitch is a fastball. There he comes right in with a 95-mile-per-hour fastball, strike 1. Low. 1-1. Perry was down in the zone with that fastball. He gets some nice movement down there. Last pitch moved out of the strike zone. 1-1. And a little up with the slider. 2 balls, 1 strike. Takes that one close. Ball 3. 3-1. That was a close take by Casey Kochman. Longoria on second with Joyce at first. Kochman waiting for the 3-1 pitch. He taps it foul.
That pitch had a lot of the movement you were talking about, Dwayne. That 3-1 fastball at 95 with some late action. I'll tell you what, this right here, too, is Ryan Perry's inning. Jim Leland's already made a visit out there for strategy. There's nobody warming up in the bullpen. This rides on his shoulders.
Three balls, 2 strikes. Kochman asking for time, granted by Marquez. Three-two. High drive into left. Young cutting to his right is there to make the catch. Delman battling a little bit to draw a bead on that liner that was headed right toward him. He managed to make the catch.
Well, those outfielders that tell you the line drive right at you a lot of times gives you the most trouble. Kochman gets on top of that ball that's way up at the shoulders. Shoots this liner out here, and then Delman Young tiptoes around and makes the catch.
So with 2 men on, 2 men out, Sam Fold will bat. Sam walked against the lefty Schlereth in the 7th inning. Now he faces the hard-throwing right-hander Ryan Perry. Pitch is up. The Rays got some action going in their bullpen, and finally starting to get some movement down in the bullpen for Detroit. There's Jake McGee whistling for the Rays, and that's going to be a strike. 1-1. Jose Valverde starting to slowly make his move. That's strike 2 to Fold. 1-2. In the bullpen. Wayne Velo, a lefty, he got up after Valverde. He's made about 7 pitches, and I think Valverde's tossed 1 pitch.
I was going to say he's absolutely lapped him down there. He's already got the catcher down and firing pellets, and Valverde's still stretching out. And, well, I don't know what he's doing there.
1-2, and Fold chases that high slider and is out on strikes. The Rays get 2 hits, leave 2. We go to the 9th, tied 2-2. We go to the ninth inning. The Rays and the Tigers are tied 2-2. And back out to the hill, Wade Davis to open the ninth. He's made 96 pitches through 8, allowing 2 runs, 4 hits. And here's Miguel Cabrera sending a high pop foul deep out of play. Back of the Rays dugout. Cabrera has walked, grounded out to second, and has struck out swinging. One and one. Center field. Jennings back in front of the wall, and he has room. Had a couple steps left. And Cabrera is out, number 1.
Shows you how strong Cabrera is. This slider moving down and away. Look, he gets his arms extended before he makes contact. A lot of that power gone, and he's still able to get it out close to that wall in center field.
Victor Martinez, who's kept the shortstop position busy tonight. Grounded into a 6-3 double play in the second, line to short in the fourth, and then was out 6-3 in the seventh. First pitch is a strike. That's the 100th pitch of the night thrown by Wade Davis.
So impressive what he's done up to this point. How efficient. Look at that breakout. 70-30, that is textbook.
So Wade pitching here in the ninth. And a ground ball, backhanded by Zobers. Throw to first in time, and Victor Martinez is out of there. 2 up, 2 down. Davis pitched 7 2/3 against the Blue Jays in Toronto back in May, on the 19th of May, and then he pitched 7 2/3 against the Blue Jays here at the Trop earlier this month on August the 4th. It was his previous high for the year. 2 outs into the ninth inning right now, and here's Alex Avila, and he pops it down the left side. Fold and Longoria chasing it, foul ball, and there's Super Sam. Sam making a sliding catch and covering his head just in case Longoria came flying by. Nice grab there by Fold. 1, 2, 3 in the ninth. Here's another look. Rays coming in to hit. They are tied 2-2. Wade Davis, as it turns out, had a very quick top of the ninth, only 6 pitches. He's made 102 pitches. And the Tigers bring on a new pitcher. Looking at the right-hander, David Foley. Boy, I don't know when he got loose.
I have no idea. We had visual evidence. There's only 2 mounds out there. He was not on one of them.
And Davis made 6 pitches in the top of the ninth. They still had the left-hander below. He was up there. Well, here we go. First pitch. Elliott Johnson takes it down and away. A ball to no strikes. Foul right back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Paulie came over along with Doug Fister from the Seattle Mariners. Pitch is low, 2-1. The Rays will get a look at Doug Fister tomorrow. Jeremy Hellickson will make that start for the Rays. There's a high foul up the right side. It's headed for the stands. Take the count to 2-2. In fact, Paulie, along with Fister, part of that deal for Charlie Furbush, Casper Wells, Francisco Martinez, the young infielder. Full count now. Johnson fouls it back. Three and two now. And there's ball 4 to Johnson. Ball skips to the backstop. So Johnson is aboard on a walk. Rays put the leadoff man on base. Well, Valverde was up briefly. Benoit got up about an inning ago, just briefly. And of course, they were shut down last night. Velo continues to throw.
And there's no truth to the rumor that David Blaine is the bullpen coach for the Detroit Tigers.
Time called. Kelly Shopik up here with Johnson aboard. Kelly showing the butt, takes the pitch high. A ball and no strikes.
Boy, and the Tigers had both corners coming in and Paulie coming straight in with the idea of cutting Johnson down at second base. Running the crash play.
It's wide. 2 balls, no strikes.
When they run the crash play like that, you pull that bat back and take a swing. See some bodies scatter. Yeah. Yes.
Shopik gets the bunt down. Plays at first. Santiago covers, taking the throw from Paulie. So the sacrifice put down successfully by Shopping.
And Kelly did a nice job of getting that bunt out there and deadening it, and didn't have enough on it for Paulie to be able to get in there and make a play at second base. Nicely done, Kelly Shopping.
So that moves a man into scoring position, and Jim Leland goes to the mound again for the Tigers. And Leland has been in charge of this game, making his own mound visits here with regularity. Desmond Jennings will be the hitter for the Rays, with Johnny Damon behind him. Jennings with a single and a walk tonight, and he takes a fastball for a strike. Ball misses, rolling away. 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 2. Had some sink on it. Jennings getting his first look ever at Paulie. And a ground ball headed to deep short. Peralta's throw is not going to be in time. So Jennings has a base hit. Second time he's reached tonight on an infield hit to short.
I'll tell you something right now. Desmond Jennings with the ability to bunt and beat out infield hits. I mean, if he forces a middle infielder to move laterally, he's got a chance. You got to go in the hole there, and boy, as soon as you see Peralta moving to his right, no chance.
Well, Jimmy Leland will make the move here. He's had the lefty for Damon. Damon has gone 3 for 7 with a homer against Paulie. Pitching change coming. First and second with 1 out, bottom of the 9th, and he's had some moments of magic this year. April 14th, The walk-off home run. April 16th. Walked it off again with a shot into the right field corner. And most recently, first pitch and the home run. His third walk-off of the year. So he sent the Rays home happy on Sunday against Seattle. And here he is against the left-hander Dwayne Below. Johnson at second base. And the pitch to Damon outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Below pitched 3 days ago against Cleveland. His first big league action this year with Detroit. 1-1 the count. Below out of the 2006 draft. And a ground ball headed to second. Santiago Peralta 1. First base 2. A 4-6-3 double play. And the Rays are finished in the 9th inning. No runs a hit, and a man left. The Rays are stranded 5 over the last 3 innings. We're tied 2-2 on to the 10th. Feed your wild side. On to the 10th, tied 2-2, the Rays and the Tigers.
Kids, you can share the most important meal of the day with Longo when you pick up this Evan Longoria cereal bowl and spoon on Sunday, September the 4th, when the Rays host the Orioles. The first 10,000 kids, 14 and under, get one. So pick up your tickets at RaysBaseball.com.
Well, Peralta, the new pitcher for the Rays, and he faces Johnny Peralta. The Detroit shortstop 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Pitch hit on the ground deep third, and Longoria guarding the line is there and makes the play. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Third baseman, Wilson Benedict.
Wilson Benedict coming to the plate.
Overall good numbers for Joel. 60th appearance, almost a strikeout an inning. That opponent's average very good. Nothing better than coming into a ball game, 1 pitch, 1 out.
It's in relief of Wade Davis, who pitched 9 innings, gave up 2 runs, 4 hits, made 102 pitches tonight. And And there's a first pitch strike to Benamme. 6 strikeouts, 3 walks issued by Wade Davis. Oakland and New York, extra innings. They're at the top of the 10th, tied 3-3. A little bit outside right there, and it's 1-2. P7 to foul it back. To split. Ramon Santiago is on deck. Davis threw 72 strikes of the 102 pitches tonight. That's a very good ratio. Well above average.
Yeah, Wade Davis was tremendous.
Swing got a miss. Shopping with the toss down to Kochman. So the split finger chalks up the strikeout. 2 up, 2 down. 71% of his pitches for strikes tonight. There is Santiago. He bunted his way on in the 6th. Officially 1 for 2, sacrificed in the 3rd inning. Pitch is a strike. Boston leading Texas 13-2. Games in the bottom of the 8th. Fly ball back into right. Joyce will go to the track for it and make the catch. 1, 2, 3. Go the Detroit Tigers in the 10th. We're still tied 2-2. By Tampa Bay Radiation Oncology. When cancer strikes, strike back with CyberKnife and Tampa Bay Radiation Oncology. by Checkers, Feast On, and by Mercedes-Benz, located on the web at MVUSA.com. Back at Tropicana Field with Brian Anderson and Todd Callis and Angela Jacobs. Dwayne Stats. Bottom of the 10th inning we go. Brandon Inge is in the game now at third. He replaces Betamit. And Evan Longoria will lead off against Dwayne Belo. Belo got a double play ball out of Damon to end the ninth, and the Rays left the man on. Well, here's Evan, 2 for 4. And the pitch is away. A ball, no strikes. Coco Crisp has hit a 3-run home run in the 10th inning to give Oakland a 6-3 lead. Crisp has driven in 5 of the 6 Oakland runs tonight. To strike. He did 2 home runs, 4 for 4 with 5 runs batted in for Oakland in New York. On the tap, third base side, going to be a tough play for Inge. Barehanded throw, not in time. An infield hit for Evan Longoria. The Rays put the leadoff man aboard here in the 10th inning, as they did in the 9th.
Well, as soon as this ball came off the bat of Evan Longoria, he was smelling hit. Inge did everything that he could, just wasn't enough. That's because of the hustle of Evan Longoria.
They put the leadoff man on base in 6 of the last 7 innings, including in the 7th, the 8th, and the 9th. They did not score in those last 3 innings. Now the leadoff man is on again here in the 10th. Here's Ben Zobrist. The pitch is away. So perhaps the Rays are due to cash in on putting the leadoff man on base here in the 10th inning.
Well, especially after watching what happened last night, where they had, what, 11 hits?
1 run and 170 pitches.
Left 12 men on. Yeah, when you said that came into the booth today, I'm like, really?
Ground ball down to third. Inge bobbles, goes to second. 1, first base safe there. Well, that bobble cost them a chance to get the double play. Longoria forced at second. Inge just in for defense, and that ball got away from him for just a moment.
Yeah, going to his left. You're right, off the thumb. Luckily that he recovered. Made a nice feed, but Zobrist able to beat it at
First base. Boy, that would have been a killer.
Well, it's Matt Joyce. Swings, takes a big cut, and fouls it. Joyce 1 for 4 tonight. He singled in the 8th inning. Joyce, 17 home runs this year. He has 42 career home runs. 12 of those 42 have come with the score tied. That's where we are now. How about it? Facing the left-hander, and the pitch is a strike. 0-2. Scherzer started, worked 5. Schlereth an inning and a third. Perry an inning and 2/3. Wally a third. Now Belo. Keep an eye on Zobrist. And it's down. A ball, 2 strikes. Belo, 25 years old. He is a Michigander out of Britain, Michigan. One and 2. And a bouncer foul. See another 1-2 pitch. Juan Cruz out of the Rays Rays bullpen. It's a final in New York. Oakland 6 and New York 4 in 10. And a move to first. Boy, they almost had Zobrist. Been starting to make a move, and Belo went over there, a little indecision, and Zobrist managed to get back in time.
Now Belo has that high leg kick, and he goes straight up and down, and Ben, who had been playing around with him this entire at-bat with those false starts and little quick shoulder movements, maybe trying to draw a balk, something.
Zobrist back in standing and managed to stay on the bag. Ben reaching what turns out to be a fielder's choice. Joyce missed the fastball and is out on strikes.
He just powers the fastball by him. Pretty simple. That ball almost right down the middle. He just gets it by him for strike 3.
Casey Kochman. Casey looking for his first hit tonight. To Casey. He takes it for ball 1. Zobrist aboard, 2 gone. And that's a strike to Kochman. 1-1. Five pitchers tonight for Detroit. The Rays 2 runs, 8 hits. We're in the 10th. Kochman bounces it the other way, and that's out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's been Davis and Peralta for the Rays, with Cruz throwing in the bullpen right now. The 1-2. He takes one close. Fastball just missed, 2-2.
And a slide step there by Belo. Sometimes you use it to keep the runner off balance. Sometimes you use it to try to catch the hitter by surprise. And he's trying to freeze Kochman right there. The slide step fastball, and he just missed.
Move to first. Zobrist back in. Belo's 2-2 to Kochman, and he's hit by that pitch. Now Kochman hit by the fastball, and that will push Zobrist up to second base. Kochman goes to first. Sam Fold is due, but Sean Rodriguez has been in the on-deck circle, and he will pinch hit.
Ball just rides in and catches Kochman on the right in the jersey. away.
Jeff Jones, pitching coach.
Getting to make his first appearance. Maybe second.
Jimmy Leland got all of his walking in today, just walking from the dugout to the mound. He made a lot of trips.
Yeah, you know, really, you get the feeling that Jimmy Leland managing this game like it's a playoff game. As much as he's out there, I mean, granted, every game's important this time of year, especially for a division leader. Boy, oh boy, he has been hands-on all game long.
Yeah, he's fired up.
I mean, really. Have you seen a manager ever go to the mound that many times not in October? Ever?
No, not lately.
No.
No. There used to be a little more of that, but not anymore. It's all pitching coach. Well, here's Sean Rodriguez. 2 men on with 2 men out. Pitch is outside. 1-0. Rays getting their first look at Velo. Another pitch away. 2-0. Zobrist at second, Kochman at first. Rays had an infield hit, then Zobrist reached on the fielder's choice. With 2 outs, Kochman hit by a pitch, getting Rodriguez to the plate, pinch hitting. And it's ball 3. 3-0. Velo got the double play from Damon in the 9th. Came back out for the 10th. 2 men on, 2 men out. And the pitch is a called strike. The count to Sean Rodriguez. He's trying to end it here. And ball 4. That's going to load the bases. Over to third goes Zobrist now. Kochman moves to second. Rodriguez walks. Elliott Johnson. Elliott entered the game as a pinch hitter and sacrificed in the 7th. He walked in the 9th. So the Rays have the bases loaded. 2 outs, bottom of the 10th. Pitch to Johnson. And that's a strike. Upper part of the zone. Strike 1.
Well, every player gets their chance at a big moment. This is it for Elliott Johnson here, bottom of the 10th, a chance to end this ball game.
Velo stepping back. Far enough. Avila tracks it down about halfway to the screen.
Change up here by Velo. You see what happened right there. Cross up.
Vila not expecting that pitch. That could have been disastrous for Detroit and outstanding for the Rays, but Vila's able to just get a body on it. Keep it close.
2 strikes the count. take it to second. Safe there. The game is over. Rodriguez beat the play at second. Zobrist scores. And the Rays win it 3-2. How about that for a way to end the game? Zobrist crosses the plate. Johnson hit the ground ball to third. And Rodriguez beat Santiago to the bag. That's some hustle. It ends on what turns out to be a fielder's choice. And the Rays win it 3-2. Sean Rodriguez drew a walk as a pinch hitter, and he beat the play at second base. And the Rays are 3-2 winners tonight in 10 innings. How about that?
Now, bases loaded, 2 outs, a ground ball, you're going on contact. Rodriguez has busted it, and he just beat Santiago to the bag. I don't know how you do that, but he did.
What a way to end it. Elliott Johnson will get credit for the run batted in as the Rays win in 10. It's a 3-2 final. We'll be back in just a moment.